What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we're back over on the Steam Deck here, the Steam Deck OLED, checking out the new Monster Hunter Stories 3, which I played a little bit of the demo and was surprised how much I enjoyed it then, so I'm looking forward to getting more into this. But I'm only in the first hour and a half of the game, so of course performance can always change later on, so just keep that in mind. We're only looking at some of the beginning areas here, but the game ultimately, for me, runs pretty well here on the Steam Deck and pretty playable. Now we're going to be using FSR as far as upscaling for this, pretty much balanced throughout the video, and I have these custom settings here that I'll be referring to in the video as low custom that I ultimately wound up playing the game at because I did want to have a little bit more frame rate and a little bit smoother, but there is room to bump things up and lock this to 30 or 40 FPS as you'll see when we get through here. There's no 1610 support, we're at 720p, so it says 800p here because that's what I'm outputting, but we're at 720p for the game. Low custom FSR 3 balanced, 4 gigabytes of VRAM set in the BIOS. Now plenty of areas are going to be a little janky here and there, especially if you haven't been there before, it seems, and some stutter and load in and stuff like that. And FPS at these settings will vary anywhere for me from 40 to 60 FPS for the most part. Really depends on where I'm at, most of the time in the 50s with these settings here. Now if we go and kind of sit still here for a minute with these, we're around 55, anywhere from 50 to 55 here depending on what's going on. And if we switch over to the high preset, we'll come down to about 37, just sitting still here. And it will go down into the 20s if we move around or get into other areas. But you could lock 30 and try to get away with some of that. Medium preset gains a couple FPS here or there, but I didn't notice a huge difference between the two. And then something like going back to low is going to get us back to that 50-ish, 48 to 50, maybe even 52, 55, like my custom settings that I'm using here. But that gives you just kind of a general idea of how the game is running. You can adjust things how you want to here, use whatever FSR. I stuck with balance, but quality would be fine, performance if you want. But in CPU capped areas like this, you're not going to get much out of FSR. In battles where we hit more 99% GPU usage, you would. So yeah, if you want to lock it to 30 or 40, you also have that option here, but there is enough room to kind of scale things and get it running how you want. But I'm just going to leave you with some gameplay to check out in a couple of different areas now and see how it's running with kind of those low custom settings here and the FSR 3 balanced. Alright guys, thanks a lot for coming and check out the video as always, and I'll see you in the next one.
Your Highness! Got the upper hand! Must be it. It's exactly as they said. That beast is no ordinary monster.
It's missing a rider. Could it have been separated from them somehow? Simon, what are you...
Something's wrong. We can't let this Glavenus go.
And for Zenny! We can handle it together.
Nothing new here.
No.
All right. Right now. Keep it up. Let's go! Go ahead!